Hello readers! Today we're going to talk about how to use text features to find information in a piece of non-fiction writing, like a textbook, an encyclopedia entry, or a news article. Information in these texts is organized with a specific purpose in mind. The author wants you to be able to read the text features like a map, so you can find the information that you need. Looking at this article, we can see that it's called All About Pets, right? This big yellow type up here, this is the title. This tells us what the piece is going to be about. This piece is all about pets, and it's divided into headings and subheadings. A heading is like a littler title. It introduces a section. So we've got this section heading called Popular Pets, and then underneath we have these subheadings of cats, dogs, and fish. These are the most popular pets, it seems. This next section here is Unusual Pets. So pets that aren't the three most popular. And you can see that in this section there are two words that have been bolded. When you change the way a piece of text looks such that it becomes darker and the text becomes thicker, that's called a bolded typeface. And in this case, the author is using bold text to indicate that the words rare and companions are vocabulary words that they want you to know. Likewise, in this little sidebar here, and we'll explain the purpose of the sidebar in a minute, the word endangered is a bolded vocabulary word that the author wants you to know. So what's the deal with this sidebar? You can usually identify them because they're in little boxes, they're usually colored differently, and they contain information that is related to the text but doesn't really fit in anywhere. So this section is about unusual pets, and this sidebar is sort of related, and it says if you want an unusual pet, make sure it's not endangered. Now, in pieces of writing that contain bolded words, you'll often see a special kind of sidebar called a glossary that collects and defines all of the vocabulary words that have been pointed out by the author. Now, in this teal box down here, it says, take a peek at what's inside. Grooming tips 3, healthy treats 5, training your pet 8. This is a table of contents. So that means that if this is a pet magazine, an article called Grooming Tips could be found on page 3, an article called Healthy Treats could be found on page 5, and an article on training your pet would be on page 8. And then this final heading on this page is called Taking Care of Your Pet, and what's interesting about it is that it contains a bulleted list. These little round dots we call bullets. Sometimes putting things in a list like this is the quickest, most efficient way to share information. So this is a 3-point list that all pets need some sort of food and water, place to sleep and rest, way to exercise or play. Ba, ba, ba. 3 different little points. And lists will either use bullets, like these little round things, numbered lists, or sometimes lists that just use letters of the alphabet for each point. So A, food and water, B, a place to rest or sleep, or C, a way to exercise or play. Now down here at the very bottom of the page, it says, want to learn more? www.avma.org/resources/tools/pet owners/pet-care. And when I move my cursor over it, you can see there's a little flag, the cursor changes to a pointy finger, and that means it's a hyperlink, and that's going to take us to a website. And here we are on the website of the American Veterinary Medical Association. So this is a website operated by animal doctors. And you can see that this page too is organized under the title of Pet Care. It's got a bunch of different subheadings like responsible pet ownership, preventive care, and keep them healthy. So to review, the title tells us what the article is going to be about, the heading divides up that article into chunks, the subheading divides it up into even smaller chunks, sidebars contain text that wouldn't fit elsewhere in the piece. Bold type tells us what words the author thinks are important for us to learn. Tables of contents tell us what content we can expect. And finally, hyperlinks connect us to other places on the internet where we can learn more things. You can learn anything. David out.